Welcome back to The Man in the Middle. I'm your host, Bill West. Today we're going to be talking about the most recent episode of The Mandalorian, the Heiress. Everything I said about the last two episodes was totally turned around in this episode. I absolutely loved uh, this episode. Uh, Spoiler alert, I'm going to spoil the episode, so if you haven't seen it yet, stop and then come back after you've seen it. Or if you just don't care, uh, keep going on. Takes place right after the last episode. Mandalorian delivers the frog lady to her husband on the SeaWorld of Trask. Uh, the, the when he gets there, uh, the engines give the engines. Well, the ship's pretty much trashed after the events of the last episode. He crashes uh, onto the dock. Actually, he makes it onto the dock fine, and then somehow the ship tilts over into the water, and we see a crane walker come over and lift the Razor Crest out, put it back on the dock, and Mon Cal comes up to him and he tells him to fix it, gives him some credits, and uh, try takes the lady to find her husband. He tells him where they can find a where he can find some more Mandalorians, and he goes to the bar that the frog guy told him to. We actually need a name. I can't. I don't want to keep calling him Frog Lady and Frog Guy. We need. They need to come to some kind of racial name for them. And while he's there, Captain says, "Yeah, I know where they are. I'll take you to them." And so they go on the ship, and while they're on the ship, uh, the the Mandalorian and the child are ambushed, and before uh, Mandalorian passes away or the child is done for, three new Mandalorians come and save the Mandalorian. And if you're a fan of the Clone Wars or Rebels, you're going to recognize the armor. It's Bo Katan and a group of her people from the Clone Wars. And he, uh, he he gets out of the water. He tells him the child is still in the water, so one of the other Mandalorians dives in, saves the child, and as soon as they do, the three Mandalorians take their helmets off, and Mando just sort of freaks out because that's not the way. You don't do that according to the way he was raised, and we find out that the sect of Mandalorians that saved Mando when he was a child were very strict, and that was their way. That's not the way of all Mandalorians, as we've seen in you know uh, the Clone Wars, uh, even the movies. We can debate whether or not Jango Fett's a Mandalorian some other time, but you know, if you want to take that out, uh, all through the Clone Wars and even Rebels, Mandalorians were taking their helmets off. So, yeah, uh, and he's it's almost blasphemy to Mando, but uh, he can't quite be rude because they did save his life and the child's life, and uh, he so later that night he's walking down the docks and uh, uh, the brother of the ship captain finds him and said, he knows what's happened, so he says, you killed my brother, and you know, I'm going to kill your baby. Yeah, and he's no, that's not going to happen. And before anything can happen again, Mando is saved by the three other Mandalorians, and so they say, if you help us pull a job, we'll help you find the babies or the Jedi you're looking for. And Mandalorian's like, I'm not really for hire. I have to find uh, the 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 Jedi so I can return the child and complete my mission. And they go, well, uh, if you help us, we'll be getting a piece of Mandalore back. The Empire is smuggling uh, Mandalorian-made weapons to their fleet, and that's the one thing that Mando, above all, uh, really doesn't care for. He doesn't like what the Empire did to the Mandalore, and he's like, okay, I'll help you this one time. So they go in, they make their plan. We get to see Gozante class frigate, which is very cool. I don't know, I don't think we, I know we saw them a couple of times in Rebels. I don't know if we saw them in Clone Wars, but seeing it, in real, yeah, I don't want to say in real life because probably not in real life, but seeing it on film was very cool. And so they go to hijack the frigate, but before then, Mando takes the child to the frog people and says, "Hey, I have a job. Can you watch over the child?" And they're very happy about it. Although the frog lady sort of puts her eggs away because she doesn't want any more of them eaten. But they take the child in, and the Mandalorians all fly up to the ship before it can break atmosphere. And there's a big uh, combat set piece. And while they're there, while they're fighting the stormtroopers, the captain on the bridge uh, opens a channel to Moff Gideon and explains what's going on. And while they're talking, uh, the Mandos pretty much wipe out the stormtrooper detachment, and Moff Gideon tells them, "Well, you know what you're going to have to do." And long live the Empire. Captain says, "Long live the Empire," pulls his gun out, shoots his two pilots in the back, takes the controls, and prepares to dive the ship, hopefully killing everybody. And if the Empire can't have the goods, nobody can. So the Mandalorians make their way to the cockpit. Uh, of course, they stop the ship from crashing, and uh, make and uh, before the captain can give up where Moff Gideon is, he takes a suicide pill and kills himself. Uh, Bo-Katan uh, says, "Well, we're going to take the ship and the weapons for our war against the Empire to free Mandalore." And Mando says, "Well, I can't do that. I still have a job." And they go, "Well, if you ever want to come with us, you know where we're at." And Mando takes off, retrieves the baby, and gets back on the Razor Crest, which is still in really bad condition, even though Mando paid 1,000 Imperial credits to get it fixed. So Mando takes off after getting, and this, yeah, uh, a really cool part of the episode was when they, okay, spoiler, if you haven't seen it, go away, go away now. If you don't know what I'm going to say, if you do know, then okay. They say they give Mando. I think Bo-Katan had given the Mando the planet and the name of a Jedi that he can turn the baby over to, and it's Ahsoka Tano. It's very cool. So I haven't been happy with the last two episodes of The Mandalorian, but this one made up for it. It was a good it was a good rollicking adventure. Uh, I'm an Imperial fan, so seeing Imperials, yeah, Imperial starships, Imperial troopers, seeing Moff Gideon again, made me very happy. Also, being a fan of the Clone Wars, uh, seeing Bo-Katan and Ahsoka Tano's name drop once again made me very happy. So uh, I'm hoping that we have 5 episodes left, uh, that we can we get in there, we don't have any more filler, we tighten up the story, and we end it and we have a good season. Uh, but that's my hope. If you have any thoughts on the series, leave a comment. I'll get back to you on it. Yeah, if you like what you saw today, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. My name is Bill, and once again, I'm the man in the middle.